Hey guys, what is up? It's me again, and I'm here with the Air Warriors Air Max Boss. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, the Boss. It's got range limits up to 80 feet. I already removed it from the packaging. So far, from what I've seen, the handle is nice. It feels kind of like a Night Finder handle, only a little thinner on this portion here, as opposed to having the nice grooves the Night Finder does. Due to I don't know how they coated it, but the plastic feels very slippery. So if you were to mod it, I'd definitely say wrap some E-tape on the handle or do something like that. I already loaded up, if I can pull it out, the mag with the 3 included darts, and there's no room for an extra 4th dart unless you were to mod probably the follower. And then also remove the sticker because that's just annoying to me. So I'm going to go head outside, set up a measuring tape, and then do a range test for you. So I feel that it is worth noting that with this blaster, these 2 orange pieces on the side don't do anything. This button here is actually a mag release. And with the slide prime forward, you cannot pull the mag out. You have to prime the back, hit the mag release, and then pull it out. Sometimes it gets stuck if the slide is not all the way back, so really make sure it's all the way back. Also, there is no jam door on this blaster, so if you're trying to clear a jam that you get, you're going to have to take the mag out and clear it that way. It's not really an issue, but it is a little bit of a nuisance. I like Nerf's jam doors. They seem to work. They do what they're supposed to do. With all that said, you can have the blaster primed forward and insert the mag, but it takes a little bit of a hit, and then you're going to drop by your first shot, unless you have a dart loaded into the chamber. With all that said, I'm going to go hop into the range test now. So I have this measuring tape set out to 100 feet. Right there's the 100-foot mark, and I'll be shooting from over here. I'm going to fire the 3 included darts first, and then I'll reload the magazine and shoot the Nerf Mega Darts. These are mostly new darts. I feel that using new darts kind of gives the gun an advantage, and using really old darts, it gives it a disadvantage, so I try to find somewhere in the middle to shoot, with the exception of the included darts. I always shoot those, and that's how I do the at the best possible thing for the blaster. I'll be shooting these flat, not at an angle. I am 5'7", so that gives you an idea of how much of a angle they're already being put at. So, first shot. Wow, that's really sad. Second shot. Third shot. And I'll be changing over to the Nerf Mega Darts. By the way, this is cross-compatible. Most of the Busby or Arizona, whoever makes this blaster, most of their blasters are now cross-compatible with almost all Nerf stuff. My brother enjoys using their 20-round magazine out of his Strife. He loads 22 darts in it though, and that shoots Elite Micro Darts. Now the Nerf Elite Mega Darts. So I'm noticing that they have the same performance. So let's walk down the measuring tape, find the shortest range dart. That is the dart that it came with, sitting at 33. And the furthest one that it came with, first off, the shortest Nerf one came at 46. And the longest Arizona one came at 57. And the longest Elite came at 62, which is to be expected. So I just caught this while I was collecting up the darts. This is a Elite Micro Dart. It's actually a Koosh dart, I think a Gen 3, sitting here at 78 feet. I did a range test yesterday for one of my K&K Nerf mods. It was a Stage 3 blaster. If you don't know about K&K, they're my online eBay store. So go ahead and check them out. Right now, all we're selling are modded modulus because I cannot find any Strife anywhere I go. So, until I can find Strife, modulus, demolisher, and basically semi-automatic electronic guns is what I'll sell, unless you give me a special request. So my overall opinion of this blaster is pretty mixed. I think if you shoot Nerf Mega Darts out of it, it'd be a good game playing kind of blaster, like you could use it in game and actually be semi-effective. However, if you're using the suction cup darts that it comes with, I don't think you're going to have a lot of fun, hitting every player you see. Unless you're just, playing around your house and you want to shoot like a window and have a dart stick to it. I noticed in the video, I don't know if you guys could see, but the Mega Darts had a flatter trajectory. They went much straighter than the suction cups. I believe that's due to their domed tip. Pros about the blaster. It's cheap. I bought this one for $7.60 some at Walmart like 30 minutes ago. It was not on sale. That was the price I saw when I got it there. Prices may vary for where you are, but I think that it's a lot cheaper than the Magnus. I think this is supposed to be their kind of comparison to the Magnus. You know, they're trying to have a standoff blaster, so you can buy the Boss or the Magnus. I enjoy the Magnus because it has an external box magazine. That helps me out personally. I prefer box magazines to having an internal clip like the Magnus. This external box magazine allows me to, you know, shoot my 3 shots, run out of ammo, switch to a new mag. And I'm planning on buying the Chinese-made Centurion mags so I can run with more of these if I ever use this in a game. With that said, I've only fired a Magnus once, and these have about the same performance. The issue I have with this blaster, and I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, or if my camera can pick it up, but when you shoot it, it has a little bit of vibration to it. I can hear the spring rattling around, almost like an old school long shot mod, where you would put in your long shot spring, your Raycon spring, and a Night Finder spring. And as soon as you primed the blaster and fired it, that spring would rattle around, the Night Finder one. Also, the trigger pull is a little iffy. Now and then it gets caught midway through, right about here, and then you gotta jerk the last half. It just doesn't feel as smooth as a Magnus. However, I prefer this blaster over the Magnus any day, purely because of the cost and the fact it uses external magazines. I'm planning on modding this blaster, and then I'll see where I go from there. I may end up mounting it to another blaster, maybe one of these, or I may just end up, you know, throwing some Velcro on the side of it and making it a secondary. If your game mode that you're playing allows for megas to count as extra points, like if you're doing some kind of capture the base thing, shoot darts into a bucket and elites 1 dart, megas are 5, missiles are 10, something like that, or everyone gets 3 health, megas are an instant kill. If you're doing something cool like that, I'd definitely suggest this blaster. It's not the biggest one, it's not the smallest one. The Big Shot, I forgot which one it was called, is a lot smaller than this blaster, but it only shoots 1 dart and it holds 1 up top. This one holds 3, and it's rapid fire 1, 2, 3, then reload. So I definitely recommend this if you're looking at using a Mega Blaster in a game as a secondary, or maybe a sidearm. If you have any further questions about the blaster, you can go check out, you know, Coop's video or Drax's video, and they have a lot more information on it, or maybe they covered something that I missed. I know I'm kind of late to the game, and everyone's already done a review on the Boss, but this is my review. I like the handle. I like the prime. It's not heavyweight. It feels kind of like a stock Recon, not the Retaliator, but the Recon. And then this mag release. I don't have giant hands, so when I go to hit the mag release, I have to use my pinky and grab onto the mag, or I have to reach up on the blaster, which you may have been seeing me do that. And that's the only other downside to this blaster. And the slide doesn't always catch. Like if I prime it back this far, it won't catch. I have to really slam it back and slam it all the way forward. It's not a huge downside, but it's still an issue. So, those are my only 2 complaints about the blaster, unless I said 3 and I just can't count today. If you want to pick one up, I'd suggest looking online, looking at Walmart, Target, or, you know, being a wizard and making one appear out of nowhere. My name is Kian, and I'm signing off.